Hi guys, welcome to this video, 3.12, equations with fractions. Now remember, a couple of quick things for us to talk about is that here the fraction x over 7 is the same as x divided by 7, okay? So that's very important you remember that, because in algebra we're starting to write our fractions like, well, we're starting to write division like this, okay? You can kind of say goodbye to that. Hopefully you won't ever need to write it again. And when you're solving an equation, you want to kind of undo the operations that are being done to that unknown quantity. Remember, we're trying to peel the layers off the onion, get to in the middle of it where our variable is. So to undo division, you would multiply both sides of an equation. Okay? So for instance, if we had z divided by 3 equals 9, you would, this 3 is dividing the z. So to undo z being divided by 3, you would multiply both sides by 3. Okay? Right, a couple of things for you to know and for you to remember, as I sort of just said before, that we write this way in algebra now, but it essentially means the same thing as a divided by b. And to solve an equation that has a lone fraction on one side, simply multiply both sides by that denominator. That's essentially all you're going to need to worry about this term with equations with fractions, okay, where you'll have a main fraction on one side of your equation, okay? Right, a couple of worked examples. Solve the following equations. Now you might notice that I'm kind of rushing through this, not spending a lot of time with the theory at the beginning of the videos, because each of our algebras, remember, sort of like one is based on the other, and it's again sort of that idea of tool sets being created, okay, and you're just sort of going from one, building on top of it, rather than it being a whole new thing, okay? So we're going to have a look at solving this equation. 5x over 3 is equal to 10. So let's rewrite that nice and big. 5x over 3 equals 10. Right, when you're looking at this, what do we want? Well, we just have the term. The term here is already there, but we've got to kind of like free our x from here. Okay, what's stopping us from just having the x? Well, we've got the times by 5 and the divide by 3. So since we're dealing with fractions, let's get rid of the fraction part of this. So if we're dividing by 3, we're going to multiply both sides of this equation, not by 5, by 3. Multiply by 3, and we're going to end up with 5x equals 10 times 3 is 30. Now, to just get the x on its own, we've got the 5 times x. We're going to now divide by 5. Divide by 5. And all we are left with is x is equal to 6. Okay? Easy as. Easy as. Now there are quicker ways to go about that you will sort of learn about later on, but for now I want you to take the long way through, okay? Because the more you do algebra, the more that you practice these sort of low-level algebra problems, your brain will start to sort of change and shift so that you can start to deal with this stuff without even thinking about it, okay? Right, 3z over 11 equals 4. So 3z over 11 equals 4. Right, we are dividing by 11 here in this term, so we're going to multiply by 11, and we will end up with 3z equals 44. And to get to our z here, we realize this is 3 times z, so then we need to divide by 3 and divide by 3. Now, this is not going to end up as an integer answer, so we're left with z equals 44 divided by 3. Now, I'm quite happy for you to leave it like that. You don't need to convert it to a decimal, you don't need to do anything crazy, just leave it as 44 over 3. That is the solution to that equation, okay? Right. Last one here, and it is 4x plus 2 over 6 equals 3. So this one's probably one of the more complicated of these equations with fractions that you'll have to deal with. So 4x plus 2 over 6 is equal to 3. And to get at, so again, we have just this one single term here, all right? Now, here's important because I have seen this kind of error before, is that the x is up here, but we can't do anything with this 2 here. We can't subtract the 2 out of that fraction. Okay, you kind of want to think about it that this part at the top, this whole part here is kind of protected. All right, you've got to get rid of this divide by 6 down here first. So we do that, we undo it by multiplying by 6, multiply by 6, and we're left with 4x plus 2 equals 3. Right, now this is similar to stuff you've done before. So we subtract 2 from both sides to get rid of that plus 2. And we're left with 4x equals 1. And I've done something really incorrect, and I really hope that you noticed it. That is that I didn't multiply my right-hand side by 6. So 3 6s are 18. So 18 take 2 is 16. And then we're left with this one, 4x equals 16. X, we're going to divide by 4. We're going to divide by 4 and be left with x is equal to 4. Okay, that's the solution to that one. Right, I hope that you enjoyed that video. I hope you're able to follow it all through. Please, if you've got any issues, anything that didn't make sense, maybe have a shot at watching it again, or come to class, ask me straight away, let me know that there was an issue that you had with one of the videos. Okay, thanks for watching.